Alright, y'all ready to get started? Alright, first off, thanks everybody for coming. Congratulate yourself for being proactive in your career. There's only certain types of people who come to events like this, and those are people who either going somewhere, they already somewhere, they trying to sharpen the sword, or they coming because they have a vision of where they want to go and they don't know how to get there. We're not gonna go through the introduction this time because it'll take up a lot of time. But I do want to ask anybody who was here last time that have made progress to stand up and speak on it. I know you did, because seeing is believing, and you don't want to just keep coming to stuff and you stand in the same place. You want to be taking steps to move forward. You're not going to make quantum leaps like this all the time. But if you got a list of things you need to do, start chipping them off as you can do them. And as time comes, you get closer to your goals, and your goals start coming towards you. Like I was talking about before, your mind is a magnet. Your feelings, your emotions will pull things to you. So as you are pulling your goals towards you and you're walking to them, you get closer and you're clearing the gap. Can you go first, please? Because I know you done took a couple steps. And then before I go ahead, anybody who was here last time and y'all have not called me, shame on yourself. Because, yeah, and anybody who's seen these videos, this is not about jumping around on the internet. That's just a tool I use to bring y'all in, so I can teach y'all, so y'all can come in personal contact with me, so I can deal with your personal needs on an individual basis. Alright, and another trick I got for y'all is that a lot of y'all think y'all came here for trucking. Well, I got news for you. You have not. You came here because there's something in me that identifies with something in you, and I have a gift for you, and the only way for you to get it is to come in contact with me. Trucking is a byproduct. I'm going to teach y'all that. Y'all can make money, but y'all going to see as time goes on, as my career morphs, this is going to outgrow trucking. So this is just a technique that y'all are learning, a skill set that I've learned to make money, and I'm handing it to y'all. It cost me tens of thousands of dollars. Just to give an example, this day right here cost me $4,000. Not to mention how much money I'm missing by not working. I could have did the $3,000-$4,000 load over the weekend. I'm not throwing it in y'all face. I want you to understand the value of what's happening, and that's not even including the cost of all these books that y'all getting, that people are selling y'all. So when you get this stuff, you need to appreciate it, and you show appreciation by using it. I'm not in need of people's money. I need y'all to follow through with the information to make an impact, because what's going to happen is, as you move forward, it's going to affect your whole entire immediate circuit. And as your life changes, so is all the people around you. So this is what you call a gift that keep on giving. Young lady.
Well, I basically completed all.
Name?
My name is Eureka. Hello, I'm Eureka Henderson. And
Go ahead, do the chant for it. My name is Rika. Nah, I'm joking. You gotta toss him in there because you can't be all stiff all day. I'm joking, but go ahead.
Okay, so when I came here last time, I already had my CDL, and I was in the process of getting my EIN number, but I was running into some problems. But since then, I have gotten my EIN number. I have applied for my authority. Right now, I'm in that like 21 waiting day period, and I've downloaded the load board, the free load board. And
No.
What?
No.
Why didn't I? I did.
No. Last time we talked, you were supposed to get the paid subscription, because the free one is not going to give you an authentic view of what's to come. That's
Okay,
just a
so
model.
I'm gonna go get the paid subscription, and then he's gonna help me go through the load board to look at things. And I'm also in the process of looking at like trucks on the internet, trucking.com, truck sales, trying to figure out like what kind of truck I want to buy, whether I want to go to an auction, whether I want to finance, what I want to do lease, and all that good stuff.
Can I interject?
Yes.
Miss Andrea owns an insurance company. She's going to be speaking at 1, but we got a mechanical engineer and a master mechanic coming at 4 that's going to teach y'all how to pick trucks, what to look for in the truck, so you don't go out there and buy a lemon. So we're trying to save y'all from one of the fears people have is, what if I put up all my money, then I go buy a truck and it break down? People don't want to go bust. So we're going to be attacking that at 4 o'clock.
And I also want to give credit to my sister over here, because last time we were here, she said, go get your TWIC card. And I went and got my TWIC card. And it's also now they do like, what is it, TSA, where you can go to the airport and you don't have to wait in the regular lines.
I didn't know that.
So yeah, you get a twofer now. Yep.
Okay, cool. Who else said that last time they made some progress? You ain't did nothing?
She wasn't here last time.
No. Yeah. Contain the girl. We spoke.
I'm trying to find a truck though. That's why I need 4 o'clock.
Okay. You ain't did nothing?
Well, I changed my living situation, so I'm able to save more money from my truck.
Okay.
But I've been like, swiping on the electronic.
Truck paper. Alright, who else?
I ain't had no job when I came, but I got one now.
There we go. Now, that was a big step to come without a job. Another thing I want to touch on is you don't never know who you're sitting next to. You don't never know what their issues is or how influential they may be. Because people coming in here, it's a Saturday, you may have your sweats, your dress down, but you really don't know who is coming. So be mindful how you treat people. That's something I go on in life. You never know who you're going to run back into, what position they're going to be in, or what position they already are in. So be mindful how you conduct yourself, because you never know who you sit next to. Matter of fact, the Bible tells you to be careful how you entertain strangers. You might be entertaining an angel. So, and I sneak this biblical stuff in there because that's a part of my foundation. I'm not going to make it all about that, but I do use that in my presentations. So, and if you think you can make it on your own, I got news for you. You can't. Everybody's going to come into a situation in life where they need God. Or he will pull your coattails to wake you up and bring you back to him. So I was taught it's better to come to him than to be brought to him, because he can bring you to him in some extraordinary ways, and it's not always pleasant. Life tragedies come to where you don't have nowhere else to turn but God. And if you can avoid that, I would highly suggest it. Anybody else?
Hi, I'm here. The last time I was here, we briefly talked about us Thanksgiving with my husband. So since then, I've applied for authority. I have an EIN number and an LLC. I've also been in search for insurance and I'm glad you're here today because I was searching. I did some insurance quotes. I also downloaded that one to pay prescription to see how.
So you got to pay them. Good. Quick introduction. I use repetition because you learn through repetition. That's why you said the ABCs over and over, your multiplication tables. Now, a couple things I always say, game is spilt, it's not given. That's why they talk about soaking it up. And I always also say 2 things that'll break you, 1 thing will break your spirit. Paperwork and maintenance. Paperwork will break you. Maintenance will break you and break your spirit. But there's one thing I left out. It's not a break thing, it's a boss thing. Just because you're on the trucking company don't mean you're the boss. Your insurance company is your boss because they can fire you. You have no authority without insurance. So that's why I need y'all to see the flip side of the coin so we can know how to navigate through this, because even myself, remember I was talking about what I grossed last year, the $518,000? Remember I was talking about the price I had to pay? So we're going to be addressing some of these things. That's why I'm bringing people in, and I'm going to be bringing more people in different areas. But the insurance piece is very important, because without insurance, you have no authority. And without authority, you can't book loads. And if you're not booking loads, you're not a trucking company. You just own the truck. I'm sorry for cutting you.
Oh, no, it's fine. also, yeah, I was kind of getting, looking for insurances. We have not yet decided on a truck or anything like that, so I'm kind of like just taking one day at a time, trying to find out what the overall cost be versus, you know, what you would put out versus what you would profit. And insurance was a big thing, because I did get some quotes, but that's another reason why I decided to come back today, because I was figuring, you know, I did get so much information the last time, and I wanted to see, you know, did I miss out on something, or, you know, that I didn't get the last time. So that's where I'm at. I also actually am studying for my CDL, but I did not get that, but I am taking the CDL prep course right now.
Okay, awesome. Say something, man. Say yeah. Something. Who's your wife?
Problem with, I mean, first time we came here, you know, she had a little doubt about getting a CDL, but we want to tag team, we want to do this thing, we want to help other people get their CDLs and, you know, pass that to make some more.
Okay, cool. Say that anybody. Anybody? You crazy. Snap. What's up, brother? Anybody else was here last time made some progress? Every seat got one. And the pen, if you open the pen and it don't right, it got a little clear ball on the front of it. Alright, so with respect to time, I'm gonna get started and then we're gonna let her take over. So everybody sees this white sheet y'all have here? Alright. Now the people that was here last time we're gonna think they know what I'm about to do, and we did something similar, but it's not. This is the extension of it. But I talked about being trained by the Napoleon Hill Foundation as a master teacher. And if anybody has not gotten these books, I would highly suggest you read it, because on top of the Bible being a part of my foundation, a lot of my core principles come from this individual. When you're in the personal development arena, you'll notice that everybody has took his work and remixed it. All this stuff that y'all seeing new, everybody's a motivational speaker now. This stuff been going on since, well, before then, but it's been publicized since the 1920s. Give me 1 second, brother. He followed all the richest men in the world for 20 years by the initiation of the richest man in the world, who figured that he wanted to give away all his money, and if you gave people money without the knowledge, it would do more harm than good. So he got Napoleon Hill, followed all the richest men in the world, found out what was similar in each one of them, put it in the formula, and that's what this is. Most people not gonna read this. Most people heard of this, Think and Grow Rich. This is his third book. This is his most popular book. I got 2 copies. Whoever wanna come grab it, y'all can have them free. You're welcome. But I emailed all this. I've been doing this since 2018 officially. My first emails before I had hard copies or before I had a website, I would email the books to everybody. And if you got those emails back then, you have a copy of that book. So if you're not taking advantage of this information, it's solely on you. And it's going to come a time where I transcend this. And I may not be as available or accessible. So what I'm doing is making myself present for y'all now, so it's be wise to take advantage of it. Y'all have these. These are called gold cards. I'm going to stop y'all from having to read all of these books. It's good to read books, go to seminars, listen to lectures, sermons, and watch podcasts. That's great. All that stuff is fuel to the fire. That's all. But it all comes from here and from here. Your mind is a magnet. You're sending out thoughts and you're bringing them back in. So I want everybody to grab their hands, and if you was here last time, we're not doing the same thing. This is the extension of it, so you can start really getting a grasp of it. That's why it's important to keep coming. On the bottom of your palms, you got 2 lines. Can you line your hands up together like this? Come on, Miss Calculated. We ain't doing this. You don't know what we about to do. Because anybody identify that you have a hand that's bigger than the other? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
Take your biggest hand and hold it up here. Now I want you to say shrink 30 times. Shrink and visualize your hand shrinking. Shrink, 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 shrink. That's enough. The more you do it, the more it goes down. But I want y'all to see, put your hands back together. Look, she laughing. That's crazy, ain't it? You see how your hands just shrunk? Now, this is an extension of what we did last time. Last time I was showing y'all how powerful your words are. Now I want to take it a step further and prove to y'all how powerful negative people are and how powerful y'all are to each other. Everybody in here should have each other's numbers because everybody don't have a positive network of individuals. And what happens is when you tell your dreams, goals, and ambitions to people who are not on the same page, or when you're coming through shining too much, they're going to shrink you down to size. They're going to try to take you down. They're going to try to clip you while you're walking, put sand in your gearbox, as Napoleon Hill talks about in his books. And I just demonstrated that to y'all. Words have power. Just to give you a sneak peek, the next time we come back and you can do this on your own, you can try both ways without speaking, and it'll still work. Why? Mental. The purpose of talking is because when you speak, you can force yourself to think a certain way, voluntarily. When you have negative thoughts, turn on positive music. Start speaking to positive people. You should have. I went to a NAAA meeting last night, not because I'm a drug abuser, but because that's where I grew up at, and I like to go back and tap into stuff. And they have what you call a home group, okay? And you have a sponsor. A home group is your place that you go with the people that you're familiar with, where you share your experiences and get positive feedback and encouragement. That's what y'all have right here. A sponsor would be me, somebody who you call when you get into issues and help walk you through your problems. So you see, remember when I was talking about transferable skills, translatable information, how you take information from here, even though it's not the same field, and you can transfer it over here and make it applicable in your life. That's what I'm talking about. So y'all need to stick around, apply this stuff, and it's gonna work. If you open up your pamphlets, or if you look on the front of it, you'll see what you have. It's called a basic gold card. All right. Then on the bottom, you'll have gold card with actions. If you open it to the second page, it'll give you the instructions on how to set a goal. Why is this important? Because what was taught was this. If you pick a goal and you write it down, when you write something down, that's the first step into bringing it into physical reality. It started up here, it was mental, it was an idea, then you wrote it, it became physical on a piece of paper. If you write a goal down and you read it to yourself all day, you're forcing your mind to stay on it. The more you read it to yourself, the more you believe it. The more you believe it, what's happening? Your emotions are drawing it to you. The more you speak it, you're thinking of it. What are you doing? Sending out the signal. You're sending out a signal and you're bringing it to you. And as you start taking action towards your goals, you get closer and closer. Side note on that, big goals take big time. Don't think stuff is gonna happen overnight. Y'all think I got here overnight? I've been out of prison for 13 years. I've been studying this type of information for about 15 years. I've been prepping for this for years. I was a limo driver with a card that said consultant on it. All right? Didn't even own a truck. Okay? It took 13 years just to get to a second meeting on my own independent. And y'all gonna see as time goes on how things evolve. The point of me saying that is something don't happen overnight. That doesn't mean to give up. It will happen in time and in due time and at the right time. You gotta stick in there, and life is gonna challenge you. And when the test comes, the bigger the test, all right, the bigger the reward, and the more tests that you get. What they say, when it rains, it pours. When all hell start breaking loose, that's when you know you're right there. So what you need to do, keep on strolling. You gotta operate out of faith. You may not have the money. Sometimes when you acting, things will start coming, because life sees, God sees, infinite intelligence, the universe, whatever you into, Allah will see, oh, he ain't joking, she ain't joking. Let me go ahead and give it to him. Matter of fact, last night I was studying the Bible. It was 2 stories within one chapter. One of them was the lady who went to the ruler who neither feared God nor men. She kept going to him so much that he eventually gave her what she wanted. Why? let me give her what she wants so she can get out of here. Okay, what's that lesson in that? Persistence. All right, you gotta keep going. I done had trucks blow up on me. I done had trucks flood. I done been through 19, 20 trucks, all different types. Rentals, cash purchases, finance. I've had repos, all different things. And guess what? I'm still here kicking. And I'm still helping y'all all throughout the process. And I ain't stopping at one time. And I'm not gonna stop. You feel me? So y'all need to draw that from me. Take this strength that's in me and make it a part of you, because what happens when you come into the presence of somebody, y'all have an aura. And when y'all merge together, that's what happens when you, if you ever read in the Bible, when it'll say, and they became one. That's what happens when you have sex with somebody. That's why it's hard to leave people, because you become spiritually intertwined with the same things happen when you're in close contact with somebody, when you talk to somebody a lot. That's why friends use a lot of the same slang. They dress alike. That's why they say birds of a feather flock together. All right, that's why it's important to choose your mate wisely. And going back to this, and with the shrink, that's why it's important not to have a negative mate. If they ain't with you, you better leave them. I'm gonna tell you right now, because you trying to go here, they trying to stay here, it is not gonna work. And they're going to try to use every single tactic to tear you down. You got to be such a strong individual that you can live life standing on what you're going for. And as time goes on, the right people in the right places and the situations will come when it's ready. So don't stay with nobody just for the sake of being there. You're signing up for a lifetime of misery. And God forbid y'all had children, now you can't shake them at all. Y'all know how to talk. You laughing, you know, I gotta keep it real with y'all. I didn't come here to chuck and jive. I don't play a lot. I'm here to fulfill a mission where I had the time so y'all can benefit off me. And it's a good thing that y'all came, because that separation, I got over 3,500 people on my phone that contact me for trucking. Look how many people come. All right, it's more people gonna come throughout the day, but y'all will separate yourselves as the cream of the crop. And as time goes on, y'all gonna see how each one of y'all careers are gonna evolve. The speaker that we got coming in at 4 got to be my first job. So a lot of people that's talking about they got felonies and all this stuff, can't get jobs. Friday night I was going to the truck stop, hanging around, reading the truck paper, looking at prices. I was going to the mechanic lot, lingering around. And through that, I wound up getting my first job, and I didn't even need they didn't even give me a driving test. I showed up, they gave me the keys. And a year later, I bought my first truck. So we talking about persistence, we talking about resilience, and not giving up and knowing what you want. I was telling people I was gonna be doing this years ago. Time is catching up to my reality. So it's just, you know, equalizing things. I'm gonna let the young lady do it. You ready? Okay, I'm gonna do a thing. And then when I come, we're gonna reiterate, we're gonna start the company. Y'all have the authority cheat sheet. That is the authority application for y'all that didn't fill out the authority already, like the young ladies did, and husband. You gotta speak up, man. So nothing, man, you gotta stand up. Take charge. But y'all have that. I paid a FMCSA employee of 30 years who retired now to fill that out for y'all. So y'all don't have to go through the task of paying somebody to fill this information out for y'all. So that book is gonna save y'all a few $100s. Also, we have a math textbook. We're gonna go over the load booking process and the load evaluation process. Because just because you see a load that pays a lot of money or a little money, don't mean it's a bad load, because a load could be paying a little bit and it could be getting you somewhere that's gonna get you in a better position. So we're gonna go through all that. Okay. What? And I need to greet all y'all. I got my hands start bleeding because it's bothering the person who touched. How you doing? How you doing? Hey. Try to match my grip. Everybody catch up. Strong as hell. Yeah, shit. That's how I'm doing. Now you want to stand up. Alright. 7-Eleven. Got that road. Down here. What's your name? Mike. How you doing? What they call you out there? Yeah. Mike. You have a nickname? How you doing? And we're gonna give it over to Miss Andrea.